Hey guys, this is my weekly, bi-weekly, it's like two movie reviews a week. This is going to be a review for Glass. I really had no ideas, but then I remembered, hey, I saw Glass and I wanted to do a review on it, so here we go. If you have not seen Glass, the latest film in M. Night Shyamalan's sort of almost mutant franchise that he started all the way from Unbreakable to Split to now. Yeah, if you guys don't want spoilers for this movie, or Split, or Unbreakable, because there will be spoilers for all three of these movies, yeah, you need to leave right now, come back after you've watched the movie, and, yeah. Alright, hope you're gone. Let's dive in. So, this movie actually was pretty decent. I really did like it. Honestly, I'm gonna do a top 10 favorite movies of 2019 at some point. It might not be on there. I don't think it'll be on there by the time I've seen some other movies coming out, like, what's it called? John Wick, Godzilla, some of those. But, yeah, I definitely enjoyed this one. So if you guys don't see it on the top 10, that doesn't mean I didn't enjoy it. I actually really enjoyed this film. I might buy this on DVD. Good job to M. Night Shyamalan, honestly, man. So there is a shocking twist ending. Basically, Hedwig, which of course is the guy from Split, David Dunn, and, Mr. Glass. Yeah, Mr. Glass. Basically, they all three die. All three of them die. It almost fools people into a false sense of security where they believe they're about to get like a huge battle between these guys and, the government and police and all sorts of stuff. And we kind of get a mini battle. James McAvoy and Bruce Willis, their characters fight. They fight off police and everything. But eventually David gets killed. He gets drowned. Hedwig gets killed. He gets shot right through the stomach, right in front of the girl from Split. She's in this movie, by the way. I quite enjoyed her being called back. By the way, their performances in this movie and during all these death scenes is awesome. And honestly, not Oscar-worthy, but award-worthy nonetheless, in my opinion. And then Mr. Glass, he gets killed. He kind of gets killed by Hedwig. I think, yes, Hedwig is the one that actually kills him. Mr. Glass is called Mr. Glass for a reason. He has glass bones, essentially. They break easily, so Hedwig basically, grabs him and, he makes him fall out of his chair and he dies right there in front of his mom. But yeah, this third act fooled absolutely everybody. It fooled me, man. Honestly, I wish I made a reaction video to this because the ending, my mouth was just gaping. It was wide open, man. I was not expecting this. Because, we've been on this journey with these characters for years, ever since Unbreakable, which was back in 2008 or something. So this has been a decade in the making. More than that. So, yeah, man, I really enjoyed that part of the film, and their acting was insane. So let's get on to the bad. The bad part is that it's very slow at some points, especially the beginning when they're just sitting in the hospital room, basically doing nothing but spilling out exposition for what we think they're going to do in the third act, but then they don't end up doing. So it's all kind of wasted. The final act may not be what people wanted. This is not my personal complaint, it's just other people's complaints. I just wanted to put that on there, because that is a bad part of the film, considering it drags it down, is that people really did not like the ending. And I had one problem with the ending. You guys, see the last bullet. David Dunn's death. He was killed off in possibly the lamest way they could have killed him. Because, he's the one that started all of this. Because there's a huge twist that, further develops his character and Hedwig's character, and even Mr. Glass, because, Hedwig actually, man, it's insane. He was on the train that he was on in Unbreakable, And that's insane, man. It's absolutely freaking. Was it him or his dad? It was either him or his dad was on that train with David Dunn. I forget. I'm pretty sure it was him. Because, again, I haven't seen that movie since maybe February or, like, at the beginning of March. So, yeah. But, man, that was just a huge twist that developed David's character. And, freaking Hedwig and Mr. Glass. And then they take that twist in that character development, and instead of giving David a heroic death, they give him the lamest death ever, as the people that run the insane asylum essentially tricked them and kills them. Like I said, they shoot James McAvoy, he dies. Mr. Glass dies. And they push Dave. They literally start slamming David's head into a puddle of water, and they drown him. That's dark, man, and it's such a depressing death, man. Because his son's there watching it, and he's like, "Why would you do that to my dad?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why would you do that to him? Because that's one of the lamest deaths in possibly M. Night Shyamalan movie history, man." That is so lame. For David Dunn? Are we serious? He started all of this a decade in the making. Since Unbreakable, he has been the hero. And then in Split, when we learned about James McAvoy's character, it just further, it further developed it, his story, because we knew he was going to have to probably fight him. And, Glass came, and, he finally had his big face-off against Hedwig and Glass, and he essentially won. Because I believe he's the last one to die, I think. It's either him or Mr. Glass, but, Mr. Glass was already dying, and Hedwig was already dying, so he completed his mission, but it just really didn't account to much, because he's immediately killed in the lamest way ever, man. So yeah, just doing a real quick wrap up. Glass is the third film in the M. Night Shyamalan sort of mutant series, is what I like to call it. James McAvoy, Bruce Willis, and Samuel L. Jackson do an absolutely amazing job acting in this movie. I feel like the performances, from some of the other characters were great. The twists are great. It just sort of slows down a little bit in the beginning and a little bit in the middle, but ultimately pulls off a nice, shocking ending that didn't get all of my hopes and didn't please me 100%, but still gave me a great satisfaction and a great respect for M. Night Shyamalan and his twists, because this twist really worked, honestly, for me. It's just David Dunn's death that caught me off guard. But the rest of the twist is great. So, thank you all very much for watching. I'll be back next week with another movie review. Goodbye.